Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Colby, or as I'm better known on Twitch, Instagram, and here on YouTube, Serial Killer 02. And in today's video, I am going to show you how to put together the Imperial Nobility team, which is right up here, from the Blood Bowl Season 2 starter set. And these models are awesome. I had a lot of fun making this video. There were a few things that I noticed when I was putting the video together. There is a little bit of shake in the video, and I apologize for that. My DSLR camera is actually on a long arm. I believe the arm itself is either 5 or 6 foot long, so there was some shake there that I didn't see whenever I was recording the video, and so I apologize for that. In this video, I also did not put together Griff Oberwald or the Ogre that are a part of this team. I thought I would put all of the star players and the troll and all that kind of stuff together whenever I put the biased referees together. That way there's a video of all of those that are a little bit more in depth, and they don't get lost in the video of all of the linemen and the defense, all of the other players. So, yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoy the video. I apologize if my voice sounds raspy here or in the video. I have been battling with allergies, and being in the South, it does happen quite a bit, and so I apologize if my voice seems to be a little bit softer than usual. But with that being said, if you like the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that way you know whenever the other videos in this series come out. But with that being said, again, thank you so much for being here. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is not your first time, welcome back. I really appreciate it. And let me know what you think about this video in the comments, what you'd like to see me do differently, what you'd like to see in the next videos. And with that, let's go ahead and take a look at how to put together the Imperial Nobility team for Blood Bowl second season. So to start off, let's go ahead and take a look at the different tools that we will be using to put these models together. On the left-hand side here, you will see our sprue clippers, and this is what we're going to use to take the pieces off of the sprue. Then right next to it, we have got the Loctite super glue, the Ultra Gel Control. This is what I like to use for my models, just because it the glue will not run. It's very thick, and so there's a lot of control to it, so you don't have to worry about super glue getting all over your models. I also have a new set of the Army Painter miniature and model files, and this is to kind of just clean up any little extra bits or pieces from the sprue or mold lines, which I will get into in just a little bit. We have also got our Citadel mold line remover, and if you do not have one of these, I highly recommend it. This thing is fantastic. It's not sharp at all. I like using this more than I do an X-Acto knife for cleaning up just all the mold lines and the excess sprues. If we don't need to file it, we can always use this. So this is something I highly recommend you picking up. And then I also always have some tweezers with me as well. That way, if there are any small pieces, I can use those to hold onto the piece and hold it onto the model while it is drying. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the sprues that we are going to be doing in this video. Taking a look at these sprues, these are the sprues for the Imperial Nobility Blood Bowl team. And as you will notice, you have two sprues that are the exact same. And that is because you are going to build two of the same models. And those are going to be used for the team. So you will also notice on these that each one has a different number. So you can see right here, like right there in the center, that leg has number 12 on it. Right here is 1 and 2, and those are going to be the first ones that we will use. And so we will take those off here in just a second. But both of these sets are the same, so that is not a mistake. You are going to have two sprues that are the same, and then you have 2 smaller sprues. The great thing about this set, and one thing that I really like, is each team is a different color. So you've got the Imperial Nobility Blood Bowl team in red, and then the Black Orcs are in green, and then the referees are in blue, and then all of your rulers are in gray. And so with that, let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions and start cutting the pieces off that we're going to need. So starting off, it looks like we're going to need 1 through 8 on the first model. So what we will do is we will start slowly. We will take 1 and 2 off first and go ahead and get those taken care of. So what you do is come up here, look at your sprue. You will find 1 and 2 right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your sprue clippers and get as close to the model as you can. You want to be careful while doing this because some of these models are going to have smaller pieces that are going to be part of the model. So you want to make sure that you're not cutting off any spikes or anything, kind of like right here, whenever you are taking these off. So go ahead and cut those off, and then we will clean them up. So as you can tell on this one, there are a couple of mold lines on here. So what you do is you can get your mold line remover and just kind of go over it, and it will take off all of that excess little bit of sprue that's on there from taking it off of the sprue. So once you have that cleaned up, we will go ahead and glue the pieces together. Alright, so with those 2 pieces cleaned up, now it is time to put them together. Best way to do this is dry fit it first. Make sure you don't need to clean any other pieces up. And as long as it fits how you want it to, make sure there's no little gaps in the model itself. And when you are happy with the look of it, take it back apart and go ahead and put a little bit of glue in there. When I say a little bit, I mean you don't really need a lot of glue for these to stay together. As you can tell, I kind of squeezed just a little bit as I was putting this on, and then from there you just take the other piece, slide them together, squeeze, and there you go. So with that part being done, let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Taking a look at the instructions again, now you will see that we need pieces 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's go ahead and take those off of the sprue, and then we will put them together. And with all of those pieces cut off, as you can tell, I went ahead and cut off both of the sets of pieces. So here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And what I usually like to do is put them all in order on how they are on the instruction booklet. That way I don't lose any of the pieces or forget where I'm at. So as you can tell, 3 is going to be the head, then we've got 4 as the arm, 5 and 6 are the legs, and then 7 and 8 is the other arm. So let's go ahead and dry fit the head. And this is a good example of when these tweezers can come in handy. So you hold the head with the tweezers and get it set on there. And once you have it dry fit where you want it, go ahead and put the head on the model. Once you have the head how you want it on there, you will get the hand with the football, and the hand is supposed to be kind of like that, where the football is kind of facing outward. So once you fit that, this one is a little bit trickier, so you just kind of work with it, get it how you want it, and then go ahead and glue it together, and then we will move on. And so with the arm glued on, we can go ahead and move on to the feet. So you will take this, again, just dry fit it and get it where you want it to be. And then once you have it where you feel like it's best, go ahead and glue the leg onto the model. Once you have those first legs on, go ahead and move on to the second leg. And again, just dry fit it and then glue them on there. So go ahead and dry fit them and then glue the other leg onto the model. And now with both legs on, we will go ahead and put the arm on. So as you can see, you've got the shoulder piece here, and it will connect with the back of the other shoulder piece, and those should be pretty flush. And so go ahead and just glue those together once you have dry fitted it, and we will put on the last piece. And so with this last piece, I am zoomed in a little bit just to show you. You will see a little groove right here on the shoulder pad of the Imperial Thrower. But the reason for that is this small little piece here on the back side of it. It might be kind of hard to see, but you're going to see that groove, and that's just going to sit flush in there. So what you want to do is dry fit it and then put a little dot of super glue right there, and then fit this into it. So go ahead and get it set in there. And with that, that is the Imperial Throwers done for the Imperial Nobility team. And what I'm going to do is I will base one of these now, but from here on out, I'm just only going to base one so I can show what you need to do to base these models. But just to save time on this video, I'm not going to base every single one. But first thing you want to do is, again, just fit it where you want the model to be. And as you can see, there are holes right here in the front of the bases, and that is going to be where you put the ball, if that figure actually has control of the balls. So go ahead and fit the model where you want it on the base, and then go ahead and glue it together. And there you have it. That's what it should look like when it is based. And so you want to keep the hole in the front of the base, just because that's where the football will go. So with that, that is the Imperial Throwers done, and we can go ahead and move on to the next ones. And so the next ones we will be doing are the Imperial Retainer Lineman #1. And to start with, we are going to go ahead and just snip all of these sprues, just because there's not a lot of them. So let's get 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So to start off, let's go ahead and put the bodies together. So you will get the two body pieces, and you will dry fit them. And once you have them set how they are supposed to be and they fit flush, you will go ahead and just put some glue just around that piece, and then glue the two pieces together, and then we will move on to putting the head on. With the body put together, we can go ahead and put the head onto the model. So as you can tell, there's a tiny little groove right there and a groove on the neck of the body. So those will just fit in there flush together. So dry fit that, and then go ahead and put the head on the model. With the heads on, we will go ahead and move on to the hands. So the first hand is going to be the right hand, and go ahead, and that should kind of fit in there. There's some grooves in the hand piece, and once you get that set into the groove on the arm, go ahead and glue it together. Now with that hand on, we will do the same with the left hand. So go ahead and dry fit that. And this hand should be kind of going down. So something kind of like that. So go ahead and get that put on, and then we will move on to the next model. And there we are. With those arms put on, the Imperial Retainer Lineman 1 is now done, and we can move on to the Bodyguard 1. So taking a look here at the sheet, looks like we are going to need numbers 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. So there's a lot of pieces to this one, so the best thing to do is get them and put them all in order like we have been doing, and we will put it together. So let's go ahead and start by cutting all of the pieces off of the sprues. Once those are all cut off and cleaned up, we can go ahead and get started on putting it together. So first, again, we will just start with the body. So go ahead, dry fit that. Once you see that you've got it to where it fits pretty snug and there's no big gaps, go ahead and glue it together. And now the way this one's put together is a little bit different. So we're going to move on to the right leg, which is going to be this bigger leg. So you will take the piece and dry fit it into the spot. So as you can tell, this has his butt on it. So make sure you get that lined up, and it should fit into the groove pretty smoothly. So go ahead and dry fit it, and then go ahead and glue it on. And with the left leg on, we can go ahead and put the head on. So you will again dry fit it, and the head will be going to the left. So he's looking to the left. So go ahead, dry fit it, and glue the head on. Once you have the head on, you will go ahead and take the open hand. Make sure that it sits flush, and the hand should be reaching out like it is trying to grab the football, or either the football or somebody else. So as you can see, it should be like that. So once you have that set, go ahead and glue it together. Once you have that arm on, go ahead and get the other arm. And this one is actually going to be kind of the same way, but it's like he is pulling back to punch somebody. And this is the fist that has, or the hand that has that is holding the spikes. So as you can see, it's gonna be like that. So go ahead and glue that together, and then we will move on. And with both hands on, you will now take the spiked shoulder. Make sure that the groove, or that the rounded part here on this side, is going to the outside. So you will take this, and it will sit on top of the arm. So there should be a little groove that you will see on the arm, or on the shoulder. And this actually has a little groove in there as well. So dry fit that, and then we will glue it and go to the next part. And once you have that shoulder piece on, you can go ahead and move on to the other leg. So again, just dry fit it. Once you've got it in that groove, just glue it together. And now that the legs are done, you can go ahead and finish the last piece. Again, you will see a groove in the back of this piece, and it is going to go right here in that groove on the right shoulder. So go ahead, dry fit that to where it is in there comfortably, and we will glue it on. And there you have it. That is the Bodyguard #1 done. So now let's go ahead and move on to the Imperial Retainer Lineman number 2. So this one we're going to need numbers 9 through 16. So go ahead and cut the 2 sprues off, or the pieces off the sprues, and then we will line them up in numerical order, and let's put them together. So with all the pieces laid out, let's go ahead and put the body together, and again just dry fit it and then glue it together. Once you have the bodies together, go ahead and dry fit the head. And then once you have the head dry fit, go ahead and glue it onto the neck. With the heads put on, we will go ahead and move to the left leg. So again, just dry fit it in there, and it should fit pretty smoothly into the groove that is set up for the model. So go ahead and dry fit that and then glue it together. And once you have that done, this one's going to be a little tricky. Go ahead and get the right leg. If you flip it around to the back side, you will see that it fits a lot easier if you look at this side. Trying to do it from this side, it's kind of hard to get it into the groove where it needs to be. So flip it around and you can get it pretty precise by looking at it from the back side. Best thing to do is to put the glue on that leg itself and then fit it together. Once you have the legs on, go ahead and take the open hand, and this is going to be the left arm. Go ahead and dry fit it in. You're going to want the arm, the hand, the open part of the hand facing down. So once you get that fit in there how it's supposed to go, then go ahead and glue it together. And with that arm on, it is time to do the other one. So this is the closed fist, and you will take the closed fist, and it is going to be where the fist is actually facing downward. So you're going to put it together to where it is facing downward. So just kind of move it around, see where it fits the best on the piece, and then go ahead and put it together. Right, in this last piece, you can either put it on or not. I've seen people do both. So what I'm going to do is put it on one of them and then not put it on the other. So you're going to take the bird, and as you can tell, there is the grooves, and it fits right over that skull that is on the chest plate. So just go ahead, and if you want to put that on, go ahead and put it on, and then we will move on to the next model. And there you have it. There are the Imperial Retainer Lineman 2 done. So it looks like we have 2 more models left. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one that we are going to be doing, and that is going to be the Bodyguard number 2. And it looks like the models, or the pieces we're going to need for this model, are numbers 39 through 47. So let's go ahead and get all of these pieces, and we will put them together. And now with all the pieces cleaned up, you can go ahead and dry fit it together. First, let's start with the body. As usual, go ahead and dry fit it and then glue it together. Once the body is put together, go ahead and dry fit the head and then put that on as well. Once the head is on, go ahead and get the arm. And it looks like this arm is going to be fit to where it is out, kind of like this right here. So you're going to go ahead and fit it, go ahead and dry fit it, and then fit it to where it looks like he is about to swing at somebody. Once that piece is on, you are going to put the shoulder piece on as well. So as you can see, there's a little square right there, and there is a little square on the back of the shoulder piece. Those two will connect together and go just like that. So go ahead and glue that on, and we will move on to the next piece. Once those are on, we can go ahead and work on getting the legs on. So we will start with the right foot, and it will go on just like that. So go ahead and dry fit it and then glue it on, and we will move to the next leg. And with those legs put on, we can go ahead and move to the next one. And this one should fit a little bit easier than the last one did. You can see that little groove right there, and it has it in the leg piece as well. So go ahead, dry fit those, and then put it together. And the last little piece we have are these bows, and they are going to go on the sides of the legs. So right here next to the armor, you can see a little gap, and it's just going to fit right in there. So go ahead and glue these on both sides of the model, and then this model will be done. And with that, the Bodyguard number 2 is now done. So we have one more set of models on this sprue, and let's go ahead and take a look at what it is. And it looks like it is going to be the last characters on the sprue. So it's going to be numbers 17 through 24. So let's go ahead and cut those out, and then we will put them together. Just like all the other models, we are going to start by dry fitting the body together. So go ahead, do that, and then glue it together, and we will move on. Once that is done, you can go ahead and put the 2 legs together, and you will see that they fit in just like that. So go ahead and glue those together. And once those are glued together, you will take the back of the helmet, and then you will get the face, dry fit those together, and they should fit in there pretty smoothly, and then just glue those together. With the face is done, we can go ahead and start working on the hands. So go ahead and start with the hand with the spike. That is going to be the left hand. And so go ahead and dry fit that, and then glue it onto the model. Once that hand is on, go ahead and go to the right hand and do the same thing. And to make this easy, we can go ahead and just put the body on first, and then the last piece will be the head. So go ahead and dry fit it, and then put some glue and put it together. Now with the body and the legs put on, you can go ahead and dry fit the head onto the body and glue it on, and then we will be done with this set. And that is it with the Imperial Retainer Lineman 3 heads on. All of those models on that sprue are done. You will notice, though, there are a couple of pieces that are still on there, and these are the footballs as well as different tokens that you are going to use for the game. So you can just go ahead, cut those off, clean them up, and they will be ready to use. So with that being said, let's go back up top and we will finish out the video. And there it is. That is the Imperial Nobility Blood Bowl team put together. And I really hope this video helped you out. If it did, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell. That way you know when the next video in this series comes out. The next video will be the Black Orc Blood Bowl team. And then after that, I will do the biased referees and the star players. So what did you like about this video? What didn't you like? Please leave your comments below, and let's talk about it. What are you excited about from this game? And with that, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.